Hello, welcome to the start of another project vlog. In this vlog, I will be making the rainy day cardigan by Sari Nordlund, and I'm making this as a gift knit for my sister. I am going to be making the size 4 on a US 6 4mm needle as recommended in the pattern. It's a 20 stitch gauge, and that's the gauge I get with these yarns. And this is Sandnes Garn Tynn Silk Mohair, as well as Sandnes Garn Sunday. The Sunday is in the color 4632, and this is called Rose Lavender, and the Tynn Silk Mohair is in the color 5023, and this is Lilac. So I guess they count for the Flower Power Mal as well. And it is currently the afternoon of July 22nd, and I'm hoping to have this done by the end of the month. So we'll see how that goes. Good morning. I changed into my Moonset tee by Ozetta because this is cotton, and I thought it was going to be a quite cold day today, but it's turning out that it's probably going to be quite warm. So I changed into a t-shirt and some jean shorts. And this is the amount of progress I got done. Yesterday, I basically just cast on, and I think I was just quite tired. Today, I did some more cabling. I'm working on the raglan increases. And you first start here, and then you do some increases, and then you cable cast on a few more stitches, and that becomes your neck. And so I think this raises the back of the neck. So I think it will fit quite well. The neck, she said that it does look quite big, but once you do the ribbing, it should all cinch in. The cabling looks really pretty. I put a progress keeper so that I know what my cable rows are, so I don't have to keep count each time. The color is also turning out a little darker than expected, but also very beautiful. I want to update you outside because it's really pretty in the sunlight. The cables are so pretty, and I'm currently just working on the raglans. I have to do the raglan, I think I have 10 more increases on the raglan front, sides, and the back. And then for the sleeves, I'll stop for my size and then continue on the front and back increases before splitting for the sleeves. So I have still quite a ways to go, but the halo on this is really beautiful, although it is quite a warm day to be working with silk mohair. I also wanted to do a quick fit check just because I am wearing something handmade. This is the Moonset tee by Ozetta, and I made it with Pearl Soho Buttercup Cotton. And I'm also wearing the Knitting Needles Claw Clip by the Peach Fuzz. And I'm just wearing this with some jean shorts, so I'll quickly show you. Good morning. I don't have much to show you from yesterday. I think I did one more cable repeat, and I think I have one more to go before I'm supposed to do split for the sleeves. But I did go through everybody's projects yesterday on Ravelry at night, and I saw that a lot of people had to do a couple more rows before they decided to split for the sleeves just because Sari's row gauge is so big. And so I think I'm going to do that too because it's looking quite short right now when I put it against my body. I think there's still quite a bit of ways to go, and my sister does have broader shoulders, so I think it would be more fitting to have a few more rows before splitting for the sleeves. I wanted to update you or come on here just because Maddie and June are supposed to come around 9 a.m. today. I think I'll have some footage of them being here. For the past couple of weeks, Maddie and June came on Wednesdays. This week, I think Thursday just worked better for our schedule, but it was also very spur of the moment last night. I met up with Maddie, gave her some apple jam because she lives right next to me, and then we were messaging, and I think we decided that we'd meet up today. So I'm excited for them to come. It's always nice when they do come, and it's always nice to also make stitch markers. As I've been talking about, I think for the past couple of months now, I have been loving making them. So if you ever see me, please just let me know. I always have them in my bag now, so I can give them out at any time. My hope is that I'll be able to split for sleeves today, and that means that I have to get quite a bit of knitting done because doing one row is taking quite a long time as they are quite long now. And I'm excited because I feel like once I split for sleeves, then everything becomes so fast from there because you're working at it in pieces at that point. So I'm really hoping that I can split for sleeves today. So I just put my sweater on a cord and to check the depth, and I think I did 4 extra rows, so I didn't do the full 8 that I was planning on doing. I might go ahead and do 4 more rows, or I'm actually not sure if I should or not. I don't want it to be too deep, but at the same time, I don't want it to be too shallow. Currently, it's hitting where my t-shirt is hitting, and my t-shirt also is deeper than where my armpit is, so I don't think this will be an issue for my sister. But I'm also thinking that maybe she wants it slightly deeper. I think when I block it and with the weight of the garment, it will stretch out. I just don't want it to seem baggy or not fitted, because this cardigan, I feel like it looks a little cuter when it's a little more fitted, a little more dainty. So I think that I'm good with the length now, and I think I'm going to actually just separate for sleeves at this point. It's just straight stockinette after this. So I sat down just to split for the sleeves, and it turns out that because I just cabled the last right side row, I probably should do one more set of just plain stockinette for the cable rows. So I'm doing just one more right side, wrong side row as in the pattern for the yoke. So that means I'll have done 6 additional rows for the yoke depth before I split for the sleeves. And I checked the pattern. I have to add 10 more stitches under the arms, so I think that will account for all of the depth and the width that I need for this pattern. So I'm excited. I think I can still get this done before we have to head out. My baby, I think, is about to wake up because I can hear our Ring camera, just the alarm going off. But hopefully I can do some of this while we're at my sister's place. Good morning. It's around 7:30. Yesterday I did split for sleeves, and don't even think I did 1 round. So I just split for sleeves and then I called it a night. I showed my sister where I was going to split for sleeves and she said she liked it, so I'm excited. I think the color is really beautiful right now. Today it's kind of a rainy day, so it's pretty gloomy, and I think that the colors are looking a little darker than they do in sunlight, which is also beautiful. I think in the sunlight you see more of the mohair, versus when it's gloomier, it's the Sunday that comes up better. I think this rose lavender color is also limited edition, so if you like it, then you probably would want to get it sooner than later, because I don't know that they're going to continue making this color. So yesterday at the farmer's market, we had a ton of fun. There is a bakery called Seawolf Bakery that was there at the farmer's market, and they have a physical location in Seattle, and their bread is so good. So I got some sourdough, but I also wanted to mention it because on the sourdough, I toasted it and I put on some apple jam. And the apple jam is actually what my mom made from the apples from the backyard that I showed you in the B-roll clip. So the apples are pretty inedible. They're very sour, but then she cut it, made it into jam. She slow cooked it in like the Instapot, I think, thing, and then in the crock pot, and she made it into jam with cinnamon and sugar, and it tastes so good. So I have a big jar of it and I'm excited to go through it, and it's been really good. So I've had it for lunch yesterday, for dinner yesterday, I'm having it for breakfast today, and I'll probably continue to have it until this goes away because there's some preservatives in here, so I'll have to eat it quite quickly. This is how much progress I have on the body so far. It's currently 5 p.m. and I only got this much done, so I think it's the body itself, just the body is probably going to take me maybe 2 or 3 more days. I'm definitely gonna move on to the sleeves first, but also today, I don't know why, but I'm so tired. I keep wanting to fall asleep rather. The kids keep me up, but it is what it is, I guess. It's one of those days. I will continue working on this. I still love it. I love the texture. I love how it's working up, and I hope my sister will like it too. Good morning. We started off the day by opening some Lavubus. We didn't get any pink ones, so the purple one, the sleeping one, will go to my younger sister, and then along with this, and then the green one will go to my mom. But my mom has asked for her Labubu to come with a vest, so it will go to her a little later because I want to finish this first. So this is how far I've gotten on it yesterday. I haven't started today. And I'm almost done with my current ball. So these are my second balls of each. I think that after I'm done this, I'll work on the sleeves. I'm hoping to get this ball done today and a good waist into one of the sleeves today, and then we'll see. But I think the body will need 3 whole balls basically of at least the Sunday, and I think that will make it into the correct length because it needs to be just under 10 inches. Currently, it's just over 4 inches. Good morning. It's Sunday today. It's a little later. It's 10:30 a.m. and I finished my sleeve. I did 12 sets of decreases, did 12 rows of ribbing before ending it. I think this will be the perfect length after it blocks out. Currently, it is looking a little shorter, but I think once it blocks, it will stretch out. And this is where it's sitting at. So this will be good. And I think when it blocks out, it'll become a little longer. So I think that my sister, this will be the perfect length for my sister. We're basically the same height. She's maybe an inch shorter than me, 2 to 3 centimeters, but I'm the tallest of us three, but she's a little shorter, but I don't think her arms are any shorter. So this is good. And then I'm working on my second sleeve. I have this much of my third sets left. So I have 2 more sets of the Sunday and the Mohair after this. I'm really hoping that that's all I'll need because I still have to do around 4 more inches on the body before starting the ribbing, and then do the button band, I think, which is double knitted, and the collar. So thankfully it's not a double folded collar or anything. It is a double knit button band, but not a double folded collar from what I've seen. So I don't think I should take too much yarn, but I still want to be more safe than sorry. So I'm going to continue using this, and if anything, I'll adjust on the body length. My friend, the one I gave the baby bonnets to, the one who's pregnant with twins, is supposed to come over later and we're supposed to knit together. So that should be super fun. I think my husband will take both the kids out to the zoo today. So that should also be super fun for them. And I hope to get this sleeve done today. We have family dinner every Sunday. And so this time my sister, she's going to be able to try it on to see the arm length and just to make sure that it actually will fit her. I'll put it on a cord and everything. So I'm excited to get that try on today too, but I'll update you as the day goes on. I did weave in all my other ends from here, from the sleeve, and all the other ends that I had that weren't next to a collar or anything. The progress on this is good, and I think I can definitely finish by next family dinner, but hopefully we'll be done by Wednesday maybe, I'm not sure. Good morning. It's the start of a new day. It's Monday today, and I have 2 sets of decreases left. Yesterday, I think I said I did 12 sets of decreases on this slide, but I actually did 11 and then started the ribbing. This marks the 10th decrease. And then just another one on top of that, this marks the 5th decrease. And so it's coming along nicely. My sister was able to try it on, and I think it'll fit really well. It closed up pretty nicely in the front, even though I didn't put it on cords or whatever, but it was just still on the cable, but it fit her. So I'm excited to get more work done on this and then for her to have it by next week. I want it to be fully blocked and dry by next family dinner. And I also added in my 4th ball of yarn around this point. And so I'm currently, the 4th ball is still going strong. I always run out of the mohair before I run out of the actual ball of the Sunday, the wool, but I think that overall it should be okay. I think I'll have enough, but it's one of those projects where I won't have too much left over, if any at all. And so because the button band is done last, maybe this wasn't the project to be stingy on yarn with, but if anything, I can go back to Tea Cozy, although I do think I took the last ball of the silk mohair. So at that point, we'll have to figure something out. But I think by just adjusting the body length, I should be fine at the end. I definitely going to be getting the sleeve done today in the morning, hopefully. Both my kids are out right now, so that's really good. And then I think that I'll start doing more of the body, and hopefully I can get to the ribbing today on the body, and then that would make sure that I could get done the ribbing and the button band and the collar tomorrow and Wednesday, to have it done by Wednesday to give me enough time to block it and everything before next Sunday dinner. But overall, we're not short on time, and this isn't a rush on time on anything. It's just my own timeline and what I think I can get done again. We'll see about that, but I'm really enjoying working on this. I have to say that working with a 12-inch needle, because the needle tips are only 2 inches, does kind of bother not my wrist or my hands, more like my forearms a little bit. I think it's just a muscle that I haven't really used a lot even while knitting, and so that's happening. But I'm almost done it, and the 12-inch fits perfectly. I think with the 16-inch it'll be a little tight, because by the end of the decreases, even with the 12-inch, it does get a little tight. And so I'm happy to do magic loop on the ribbing. It's just that I prefer to go in a circular on the sleeves, because for me, it just moves faster when I don't have to think about pulling the cord out and adjusting the cord every round. And I don't like using DPNs as much because it's just too many needles to keep track of. So I will just power through with the 12-inch fixed circular needle. Good morning. I'm at a point in my cardigan now where I have to do the ribbing, and so I just want to try it on to make sure that the length is good. I actually did a little bit more, I think a couple more rows than recommended in the pattern. The pattern recommends for my size to do 9 3/4 inches of stockinette, and I did just over 10 inches. So that's where we're hitting, and I'll try it on. It's not looking super long, but again, it's not a super long cardigan. It's more of a cropped cardigan based on how Sari's wearing it. And I know my sister wants to put it over dresses, so I just don't want it to hit at an awkward point for her. So I'll probably keep it quite cropped, and I'll try it on and we can see if I should start the hem or not. Okay, so this is where it's hitting. It's hitting under below where my t-shirt's hitting. My t-shirt is quite cropped, so I think I'm good to start on the hem. The hem will bring it down 2 inches, so it'll hit right here, which will be good. And I think on her, it might hit a little higher too, because I think I have a longer torso than my sister. And the sleeves should block out a little longer. I'm guessing that they will block out to around this point. Currently, if I move, then they kind of move up to above bracelet length. And I am still on my 4th balls of yarn, so I'm good on yarn because the double knitted button band isn't too thick, it's quite thin. So I should be plenty good on yarn, especially on the Sunday, because I always run out of mohair before I run out of Sunday. I'm really liking how it's looking and how it's sitting and how it's feeling. The fabric is really nice. The Sunday with the Tynn silk mohair on a 4mm needle makes a really nice fabric where it's not holy at all. You can kind of see sunlight through it if you are backlit, but and it's not dense, but the mohair really does fill in everything, so it feels quite warm without being heavy. And I'm excited for the collar to come together too. I think that will bring everything together, and yeah, so I'll continue working on this and we can see where it lands us. About to add the last ball in. I'm going to throw out all the other wrappers, but for the last one I keep it because I know I'm not going to be able to use it all. And this is how much I have of my 4th Sunday left. I still have around 8 more rows of ribbing left, so I'll do that first. Good morning. It's Wednesday today, and it's a really beautiful day. It seems like it's going to be quite a warm day today too. It's currently around 6:45 and I've been working on the button bands. So yesterday I picked up for the left side, and you do the left side, then you do the right side, and then you do the collar. So I picked up for the left side. I started the button band. However, for the button band, it's set to pick up 1 stitch every row. I found that for the top, there was slightly a little bit of bunching up here. And even in Sari's example, it seemed like the button band was slightly longer. It was kind of flaring out than her body. So what I did was from down here, I decided to just knit 2 together whenever I thought that there will be some bunching or it was getting a little bit too loose, the fabric up here compared to the fabric here. And I think it's working out really well down here. You can tell where I did it. And then I'll continue. I am now just done this button band. There's not a lot of bunching at the bottom, so I'm happy. I think that the top part will be okay. It'll be under too. This is the part where the buttons go on, so unless it's open, you won't really be seeing this side. And I think even if you can see it, it will be all right once it's on the body. And I also wanted to mention, as I was weaving in my ends, that I'm on my 4th ball. The Sunday ended here, whereas the mohair ended somewhere in the ribbing section. And the reason for that is because I don't think I've ever mentioned the Sunday has more yardage than the mohair. So the mohair is 212 meters for every 25 grams, and the Sunday is 235 meters for every 50 grams. So when I hold it together, of course, I would have more Sunday left over. And after a culmination, this is my 5th ball of 4 balls. I have 100 more meters left over, I think, of the Sunday then, because it's around 25 more meters, right, per ball that I use up. Definitely, it's nice that I bought 5 because I definitely needed both these skeins, but I don't think I'm going to run out, so that's not an issue. And I'm really happy that this is done. For the actual buttonhole portion of the button band, so the right side, I will have to probably pick up every 19 of 20 stitches or something like that, because I can't just knit 2 together when I feel like it, just because I need to place out where the buttonholes are going and I don't want it to kind of get wonky. And so I'll do that now, and I'm really excited. I really want to finish this today. So because everybody's length on their body is different, sorry, Nordlund doesn't say exactly how many rows to put in for your button band. And so what you have to do is take out your measuring tape, divide it out, and then have your placement. So it has to be 3 centimeters from the bottom. And so I have that. And then the last one will be at the top. There are 6 buttons on this cardigan. And then so I have to place the remaining 4 evenly spaced out. A little bit of math and a little bit of measuring, but we'll get it done. Maddie and June, they left a few hours ago, a couple hours ago, and I'm still working on the button band. I haven't been making stitch markers today. I've been diligently working on this button band. It's just taking a long time, but I made 3 of the buttonholes and I have to do 2 more for the actual button band, and then in the collar there's also a buttonhole, so I'll create that. We're about to head to my sister's, but I'm still hoping to get this done. It's currently 1 p.m. right now, so I think I'll have enough time, depends on how the kids are today. This is a slightly different angle, but I'm just done the button bands, and so I wanted to show it to you. One thing I have to say is that I did follow the instructions, so I did the 3 millimeters, the US 2.5 on the button band, and of course, the 4 millimeter for the body. So that's what makes it nice and taut. And then because for the button band, because it's double knit, you're actually doing 2 rows for each row in the body. And for the stitches, I skipped a row every time there was a buttonhole placement, and so it turned out perfectly. This one isn't bunching up at all, as you can see. I still have to weave in my ends, but I actually like it when you have to cut your ends for these double knit button bands because it gives me a chance to reinforce the buttonholes a little bit. Another thing that I did was that I did an Italian cast on so that the bottom is really seamless. And that's because I did a sewn tubular bind off on the other side. So for the left side, you knit top down, and then for the right side, you knit bottom up. And Sari says to bind off doing purl stitches, so that's what I did. Last try on before I block it, I've just finished weaving in all of my ends, so there are no more ends. I reinforced my buttons, although because it is double knit, it doesn't really need reinforcing. One thing I noticed about the ribbed collar is that it wants to cinch in, so it kind of points this way. So I guess that's what is happening. And when I looked at Sari's example, hers did the same thing, so I'm just going to leave it as is. I was thinking back on and going back and casting on more stitches, but I'm not sure if that would help a ton. When I block it, I can try to block it a little more aggressively on the ribbing, but overall the ribbing does bring in all of the necklines, so it sits a little higher and it's looking a little bit like this. I think that the fit is fine. I would just like the length of the sleeves to block out a little lower, but overall it's looking great. And so I'll go block it now and I'll show you when it's done. And the rainy day cardigan by Sari Nordlund is complete. It's fully dry. I love how it turned out. It blocked out so beautifully as the Sunday and the Tynn silk mohair does. These buttons are fake because they are held together with some stitch markers right now because I'm waiting for the buttons with no sew. As you can see, these buttons have like little loops in them. I'm not sure if you could see, and I don't want it to poke into my sister while she's wearing it. So I bought other buttons, other purl buttons, but they're the same size and it should look the same. But I just love how it has turned out. And I think the drape on this is fabulous. It's quite warm, so it's quite itchy right now. But I think she'll be able to get a ton of wear out of this during the fall winter season. And I'll pan you down so that you can see what it looks like. So this is what the cardigan looks like, and I'll button it up quickly so you get a better sense of how the double knits and I was afraid of the puckering here, but it seems like that all blocked out fine. The bunching, it doesn't seem like that's an issue. I'm not sure what this is right here. It's just some unevenness right there. But I did block it, and I don't put any pins on my blocking mats, as I said before, just because I feel like the fabric will do what it wants to do as you're wearing it. So I want it to be as close to what it would be like when it's actually worn. And I have quite a bit of ease. Again, this is the size 4 and it's meant for my sister, so I think that it will fit her quite well. The sleeves blocked out quite a bit, so it's hitting at the length I want it to hit. And it's not too long where it will bother her when she is just moving around or doing things with her hands. And I really love the cable detailing that really bloomed with blocking. And the collar has really cinched in all of the necklines. So it looks really great. And I'm really happy with just the drape of this fabric. However, because, I'll just sit down here. However, because there is mohair, it's not airy at all. And right now it's very, very warm while I'm wearing it. So I'm really happy that it's for her and that she will be able to get a lot of good wears out of it during the colder seasons. Thank you so much for watching what is probably a little longer of a video, since this cardigan did take me a little longer, so I just have a little more b-roll, a little more life stuff, mainly kids being in the pool every day. But if you're here for it, thank you so much, and I will see you again very soon in my next project vlog or my next sit down video, and hopefully in real life if you will be at Flock Fiber Festival. Thank you again for watching. If you can, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.